ANZAC, derived and abbreviated from the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, has and forever will have significance on the Australian society. I'm here at ANZAC Park in Tamworth, and I'm going to take you on a little tour, and we're going to talk about the origins and significance of the ANZACs. Let's go. It all started on the awakening of World War I, where men aged 19 to 38 could enlist and enrol to go to war. Australia travelled across the seas and landed on the Gallipoli Peninsula on the 25th of April 1915. It wasn't until a year later, in 1916, when commemorations took place to pay respect and honour those troops. Here are a few of the traditions that take place and have been ever growing since that day.
The dawn service takes place at approximately 4:30 a.m. in the morning, which represents the time the soldiers landed on the shores of Gallipoli. The event is usually followed by a gunfire breakfast. Another infamous event that takes place on this date is the Anzac March. It holds major significance to many Australian citizens. The participants of the march stretches from war veterans to children in schools who are all there to represent those who have lost their lives serving this country. Other common pieces that originate with Anzac Day include war medals, rosemary, and poppies.
The significance of this day will always hold its honour amongst Australian society and its citizens. This rosemary aisle, found here in Anzac Park, indicates the community's respect they have for the Anzacs. It is because of them we have this freedom and life we live today.
Speaking to a family relative from the area who has a past ancestor that fought in the wars, here are a few questions I asked and here are the answers. So what does Anzac Day mean to you?
Anzac Day is a day of remembrance, a day to celebrate and reflect on what our soldiers did for us so we can live in the country we live in.
What do the war medals your family member received mean to you and your family?
The medals mean a lot, just because it shows the sacrifice that he made, the things he had to give up to go and fight for his country. Something you can't even fathom that you'd have to go and do at his age in this day. So yeah, I take pride in wearing his medals.
And lastly, what is the importance of having the next generation follow in our footsteps?
It means a lot for my kids and the next generation to know what was sacrificed for them back then, so they realise how lucky they are for what they have today. I'll be making sure my kids march Anzac Day, just to make them realise that exact thing, like how much they gave so we could have the freedom that we have today.
In Anzac Park, we can find many monuments. Here, we have the trail the Anzacs took of Sabah during the defence of Singapore in World War II. This monument, found here at the park, shows the names of soldiers this region has had. We will always remember them, lest we forget.